Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program with Jonathan. Today, we're at Laythe. That's right. Laythe is the only moon that the gas giant Jool has that has an atmosphere. What are we doing here? Well, Burbles, who's my favorite Kerbal, currently floating um, here quite nicely outside the Pluto, my interplanetary ship of enormousness, is going to hop in the Rapier vampire plane up there to directly above him, and he's going to try and land on Laythe. That's right, he is going for a landing. Now, I have to fess up to you, this video, the um, the uh, the visuals, the actual gameplay was done in June. It is now December, and I've been putting off doing this voiceover, this post commentary, for like 6 months. My bad. Yeah, I apologize. Post commentary, I have to be in the right mood for it. I have to have had at least 3 coffees and be entirely awake. And quite frankly, sometimes I'm not in the mood. Just like Burbles here, except he's got no choice. So this gameplay was filmed before Kerbal Space Program 0.25. So, yeah, Burbles, just would you just get in the plane? Burbles, get in the plane. I don't know what he is doing, but I do know. All right, there must not be a ladder on one side. There must only be a ladder on the other side. Yeah. The ladder's on the right-hand side of that particular capsule. So he had nothing to hold on to. Yeah. So the plane parts have changed a little since point two or out on 0.25. So I think this is 0.24. Get on. Would you get in the plane? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So there's the Pluto, my interplanetary ship with 2 planes, 4 landers. Yeah, like what, 8, 9 nuclear engines, something stupid like that. So Burbles is just undocked. That was the undocking. And what we're going to see here now is Burbles moving away from the Pluto. Now, the exciting thing, and indeed the reason why I developed these planes in the first place, is what I wanted was I wanted a single stage to orbit plane, so an SSTO, a real one. And the really cool thing about these planes is, ooh, colors. It's party. Let's call party colors. Yeah, I'm probably going to screenshot that. Do I? I don't remember. It was June. The really cool thing about these is they actually have. Oh, all right, we're doing a wheel test. Good idea, Bribbles. Just better check to make sure that landing gear works properly. In fact, that landing gear does not work properly. Well, it's not entirely true. I'll explain in a moment. But what you can see here, okay, is it's got 3 sets of wings. So here's our orbit. We're coming. I missed it. So the Pluto and of course Burbles is on a highly elliptical polar orbit, and so it makes so what's going to happen is I'm going to try and bring her down at or on the poles, which leads to problems later. Can I tell you about? I will be telling you about that later. Um, yeah, so that's fun. But so this plane has like 3 sets of wings. So the bottom engine nacelle that you can see there, the pair of bottom engine nacelles, along with the bottom wing, can detach. And the idea, of course, was originally when I designed this plane was that both the bottom wing and engine nacelle and the very top wings and engine nacelle would detach in the event that we ran out of fuel, and so then it would leave the central core area of the plane with the ability to get back into orbit, hopefully. So that was the design logic. Of course, it's me, so I kind of over-engineer a lot, and realistically, I probably didn't need that, and soon we will see one of the significant downsides of me being. Ooh, there's a nice picture of the Pluto, which is probably going to stay at least in orbit of Jool because it doesn't have a lot of fuel left. Yeah, that's Jool, by the way, if you haven't seen the last video. Nice big green gas giant. Yeah, so this is our orbit around Pluto. Not Pluto. This is our orbit around Laythe. Laythe um, being the moon. In fact, as far as I know, I'm just racking my brain. Now we're good. Laythe is the only. Is that right? Have I got that right? Is Laythe the only one where you can use jet engines? I think so. Yeah, pretty sure. Or oh no, because I think Tuna you can use jet engines as well. I'd have to check that. Yeah, pretty sure. I think Kerbin, Tuna, and Laythe you can use jet engines because there's atmospheric oxygen to use as an oxidizer, obviously. But I'm going to check that right now. We've got some time. This video is 25 minutes long. Yeah, you can thank me later. Um, Now, I'm about to burn away from the Pluto. Oh, there's the enormous number of fantastic little RCS blocks that I put on the back there to increase speed when I was trying to get in and out of orbit. As I was saying, yeah, so the design of the plane was designed so that what one could do is land with everything on the plane and then, if necessary, dump empty fuel tanks and wings, making the whole thing an awful lot lighter in the process of getting back into orbit. Um, and as you'll find out soon when we actually do the landing, this causes significant design problems. Okay, I'm about to burn, so I'm going to not talk while it burns. I think I'm going to about to burn. In the meantime, I'm going to look on my phone and see which of the current planets slash moons, oh, I'm changing its name, actually have atmospheric O2. Yeah, is that still recording? It is. Oh, good. Sorry, I just muted my mic. I just wanted to check to make sure it was still working, which it wasn't, but was. Yeah. I'd just like to point out I love that shot. Yay, so we are now descending into Laythe's atmosphere, which started at 55 kilometers up. And it does indeed have oxygen, which means we can run these Rapier engines on the jet mode, which means it'll burn atmospheric oxygen and fuel instead of oxidizer and fuel, which is, of course, the rocket mode, which is great. And so what I had planned to do was come in over the land and um, you know, land. Turns out I totally overshot it, and in a moment you're going to see what happens. But first, we're coming up on, I believe, re-entry effects, aren't we? Yeah, are we? Are we? Jesus, Jonathan, you don't half like changing the camera angle. Yep, here comes the re-entry effects. So we're now at approximately 10 kilometers up, as you know, obviously you can read. And we're about to check the map and discover I've totally overshot the land. Yay! But that's okay, because I think I drew a crop here. Because we do a nice left turn. Yep, yeah, see, totally missed that. Right about now I'm swearing, but you can't hear because I had mute on originally. Yeah, oh, whoa, that's the start of the right here. Chain engines, which is great. Some minor technical difficulties, which you might be able to work out what happened. Okay, so that one worked. What was happening with the landings was that the engine was the bottom engines were clipping the ground and then causing the thing to roll and explode. Oh wait, here we go again. In fact, I even made a slow-mo video of one of these. Oh, that one hurt Burbles. really worried about at this point is that we're not going to have enough fuel to get back into orbit, and that Burbles is going to die or be stranded in the ocean. But here we are, we're coming over again. I've given up trying to land with all the wings and all the engines because I tried it 10 times and it didn't work. So we're now going to come in and we're going to try and land this. And I have to own up, I did actually, well, the other thing that was really irritating, of course, was that the only save I had was, the only save I had was inside the atmosphere. So I couldn't just abort, I had to keep going and trying. Yeah, so we're coming down, and this one is better, I think. I think the real problem was with all of the other tanks and things on, the position of the wheels was totally too close together. I had tested this a lot on Kerbin, and it was mostly alright. I should have done more testing before I took it to Laythe. But here comes Burbles. At least he didn't actually die. That is touchdown. So we're just deploying the ladders so that Burbles can get down and up again. And yeah, so we're 11 meters from sea level apparently. That's what it looks like inside. Yeah, it's an amazing hive of activity. Right, Burbles, time to get out. You know, I sincerely didn't want Burbles to die, so, you know. Time to go. Yep. Time to go, Burbles. I also wasn't sure what the gravity was like on Laythe, so, you know, obviously I'm a little worried that Burbles is gonna fall and get killed, but thankfully the gravity on Laythe is a bit less. Whee! Now that was a snazzy move, wasn't it? You can do it. Try again. Grab. Oh boy. Yeah, so I did about 10 landing attempts. 8 of those or 7 of those ish with all of the tanks and all the wings on, and yeah, they just did not work. So I went with this, and in the next video, what you'll see is my landing attempt and takeoff attempt. But also before that happens, we have an attack of the Space Kraken. That's right, yeah. So I go to all the trouble here of putting a nice flag down and, you know, having some fun with Burbles, and then we have a massive attack of the Space Kraken, and you'll see in the next video. But in the meantime, let's just screenshot. In the meantime, let's just savor the awesomeness of landing on Laythe. First time we've ever landed anything, or I've ever landed anything, on the surface of a moon of Jool. Yeah, good work, Burbles. Good flying, Burbles, in inverted commas. Tune in next time to see what happens next. Oh, that was terrible. Tune in next time to see the Space Kraken attack in a frightening and terrifying and repeated way.